Hello everyone, this is Val, and today I'd like to show you a quick tutorial on the second envelope that I've embellished to go into a junk journal. It uses just one envelope, but you do a little fold out there at the side, and it's got the tuck spots and the pockets across the bottom, and then that just tucks behind there. I made another one using just some cupcake and teacups paper, and it's quite pretty also. Got some gorgeous little tags and so forth, and a little tuck spot there behind that one, and it just needs a little bit of embellishing on the front, and that will be gorgeous to put into a journal. So now I'll show you how to make this one. So we start with an envelope. It can be any size, it doesn't really matter, and the first thing you have to do is to cut a piece of paper the same size as your, which it was, you'll forgive me that I've already, this is a take 2 of the video, so I've already cut it. But what I did was, had my panel of pretty paper, and then I've cut off about 1/3 of it. And these other 2 pieces of paper that I've also cut are the same size as this panel that's over on the right. Sorry, I'm not really centre screen there. So those 3 are all the same size. So the other element that we need is a little strip of coffee dyed paper and a tab, which I'm going to cut the tab out of this fabric, this paper, cardstock, whatevs. And I just want it to not cut right to the end, so I'm just going to centre that if I can. It's not actually working very well. Don't you hate that when you're doing a tutorial and something doesn't go right? It's just not clearing in there somehow. There we go. And I'm just leaving a little gap at the top there so it doesn't cut right through. And although I've inked everything else, I haven't yet inked this. If you don't have a tab punch similar to mine or some other way of doing that, you probably could just cut a circle and double it over in the middle as well. I think I need to re-ink my stamp pad, but never mind. It will do the job for this. So the first panel we're going to work with is this one here, and we want it to be like so, and we're first going to affix this to the edge of that panel. So just a bit of glue on that. Yeah, that would be right. And about centre, although there's no real rhyme or reason to that. I suppose it just holds better if it's pretty central. And that's it. And then we affix this to the left side of our envelope, on the face of the envelope, but just at the bottom, that side, and the top, because we want to create that little tuck spot behind it, and so we leave that open. So that's the first bit. Now, the panel that matched that is this one here. But we don't affix that there. That's going to be the top of our flip out. So it'll be over there like that. And what we have to do now is make a hinge out of our copy paper. Just fold that in half lengthways. Now this is probably the trickiest bit, to make sure that you have the hinge working right, because we want the hinge to go like so. So we'll stick that down on there. Doesn't really matter how you do this, but which one you stick first, but I'm going to do it that way, right on the edge. And then I'm going to put some glue on the other side and lay my, I want it to be like so. So that's the basis of the flip out, and this one I thought looked nice in this position, so that will be the one that is affixed on that panel, and that stuck right down over the face of the envelope. And we want it to butt up against that nice and close. Could even overlap a little if you wanted to stick that down first. And just make sure that your hinge still works okay and you haven't gone too close to that joint. Then we line the inside, and of course the way we're doing this with these panels, we are covering up that hinge that we created with the coffee dyed paper. Hoping I'm catching this all on camera. It looks like I'm a little bit out of centre of the screen there. So there we have it. We've nice to glue it all down properly. So there we've created the basis of what it's all about. I've stuck that on quite a bit crooked, and so it's already stuck, so I'm just going to trim the bottom and ink the top where it doesn't quite cover the blend that in a little instead of being stark white, pink or whatever it was. There we go. So that's the element of your pocket embellishment. Then we just decorate the inside. I've already pre-cut some pocket options, which I'll now affix. So I didn't want to cover too much of the lady in this picture, so I've just done a very small one over this side. Should just go there, like so. And over the other side I've got a couple of options, and I'm not sure which I like the best, but I've got that one's the same paper as the actual panel, or that one. I think I like this best. So I'll just stick that down on the three sides. And then I also think I like that as a tuck spot on the top. I've got a few bits and pieces of Paris stuff because I've done several journals on Paris. I just think there's some just really, really gorgeous papers out there. And so there you have it. And you know, you've got your little tuck spots now to put these things in. I've just made some cute little things to stick in here, and postcard, which yes, it does go in there. Perhaps that one could be the one that slides behind there. So there you go. It's as simple as that. So thank you for watching that little tutorial. I want to show you before I go another one that I did, and I had felt that it should work also if you changed it around and did it lengthways. So that's what I've done with this one. So there's my envelope, and I've done it a little bit different because instead of going the other way, it now folds down here. And I also made a panel that flips out to the right as well. And there are pockets. There's still that tuck spot up there. There's a little tiny corner tuck there because I didn't want to cover too much of my paper. There's a pocket at the bottom, and there's a pocket over here on this one. Now, I used a whole sheet of anthology paper cardstock from Kaisercraft for this one. So it probably turns out a little bit expensive, but it's really very pretty. And I love that that one was able to be created with the side flap and also the bottom flap. And I left it the way it is because I think that this would look also very gorgeous in a journal, because, and if you do it the right way, that flap of the envelope could go across the into a journal like that, and you've got that flip out from there that you could use that as a tuck spot pocket in the side there as well. And of course then over the other side, if wished, you could partially glue down the flap so that that also could become a tuck spot under there. So it's very, very versatile kind of a pocket, I think, and I liked it doing it the lengthways. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it would work in a journal as well this way, but it wouldn't fit to keep it in that orientation. You would have to have it so that it was, I don't know, if you put it in a journal, I was just worried it would be sideways. So that was why I went with this one, which uses the horizontal, no, actually vertical orientation instead. So there you have it. I hope you like those little samples that I've shown you and the tutorial was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Bye now.